And there's a cat's tail coming out of the window across there. Interesting. Sorry, very... Oh, I just spat. We're all lovely. I'm just getting sweaty and odd lighting. And I wonder why I don't have friends. I don't know what I was saying now. Hello friends and welcome back. Today I would like to talk money and most of all the business of YouTube, as that's where we are. I suppose before we get started, actually, let's just address the elephant in the room, or the elephant in the car, that is. And yes, I am sitting in my car. My car can't do anything at the moment, and for those of you that have been around for a while, this car was supposed to be replaced with a new car. I'm just transferring over to an electric vehicle on May 20th, which of course isn't happening with the current climate at the moment. So I no longer have this car. Although I have this car, so she's taxed, insured, MOT'd and sat on my driveway. So as I'm finding it difficult to find a filming location, and I do feel comfortable talking to you guys in my car, it feels like old times, I thought I would do this one from here. Because we're talking YouTube, and my channel mostly has been me in my car traveling around the country, heading to location for filming and photo shoots. So why not talk the business of YouTube from where it all began? Okay, so YouTube, how easy is it to get started? Very, I'd say. So I have touched on this a few times in the past, and of course from your iPhone or any phone that has a video capability, you can easily start point and shoot, make some videos, start talking to yourself and upload them to YouTube, not a problem. Create a Google account, create the YouTube channel, and away you go. There's other free stuff, like I use iMovie to edit my channel, which is free nowadays. It hadn't used to be, I don't think. So it's free on Apple products, so I use it on my MacBook. YouTube, of course, allow you to use their copyright-free music. So all in all, very simple, nice and easy, and free. One would think. So then you have to find your hook. Of course, there are many like children out there. There's like 5-year-olds that are millionaires from YouTube, and you think, wait, I need a piece of that action. And of course, there's people that have had like 10-year-long careers on YouTube. There's always the dream that you could get noticed for something spectacular. But I think unless your cat can play the piano or something, the chances of you getting discovered overnight is not going to happen. So to start YouTube, it has to be something that you want to do for yourself, and you have to just enjoy it, and that is what I did. I started a channel about what I do. I live life in the background, that is on TV shows, movies, adverts, some photographic work, little parts here and there, and auditions, and that is simply how I started. So for me, it was all about learning a new skill. I wanted to learn how to edit. I'd never done that really before, and I wanted to make friends. So of course it does feel like sometimes you're just sitting in your car on your drive talking to yourself, but actually I'm making friends all the time through social media, through people commenting on my videos, Instagram, Twitter. I don't really use Twitter that much, but every now and again. So yeah, people direct messaging on Instagram and things like that. Facebook, people reach out to you. So it is about making friends. It's about being social. So do it for yourself, but do it to make friends, and most of all, just do it to be happy. Don't think you're going to be an overnight success, and don't think you're going to pay your bills from it. So that is the point that I'm making today. The business of YouTube. How easy is it? I've been on my channel coming up on to 10 months now, and I had mentioned very briefly in the end of my last video that my channel did get monetized at 9.5 months. So at 9 months I got the confirmation to say that my channel was under review, and it was very quick. It did say it could take up to a month ordinarily, and because of the current situation going on in the world, that it could take an extra month or so. And actually it was all done and dusted, and I got the notification within 2 weeks. So it was very nice. Thank you very much. The YouTube gods were looking down and smiling on me. So it all got sorted in just a fortnight. So I have a little list. I have my little, I don't know if you can see that, sleigh book. So I wrote just a few notes of things that I wanted to mention really. So of course I mentioned YouTube. It's easy enough to set up the account, and iMovie free on Apple devices. I'm sure there's other things that are free out there if you're not an Apple user. I vlog on my phone, you know this, and of course the YouTube free music. However, on the other side of that, I do spend sometimes, it's been a little different and unusual over the past few months, but I do spend a lot of time putting video clips together, ideas that I'm having, making the videos. Sometimes I write out little, not so much a storyboard, but things that I want to get done, or things I'd like to film to put in there, places I'd like to go, which sometimes means to drive to places. Not now, obviously, but there's some preparation and time and effort that goes into the videos. Then, of course, once you have all the footage, there's a lot of raw footage that you need to condense down. That would be the editing part, which can take anywhere from, I wouldn't even like to say less than an hour for most videos, even though you think it looks really simple. It's anywhere from 1 hour to kind of 4 or 5 hours, depending on how long you've been collecting footage and how much you need to edit out of there. And sometimes it's a voiceover, and sometimes put in music, intros, outros, transitions and things like that. I might do another video later on to sort of say how I do my editing if anyone's interested, but for now, just to explain kind of what goes in to the behind the scenes. It is quite a lengthy process. It's not just, oh, turn your camera on, use your phone because it's free, and there's a video you can upload. There's quite a bit that goes into it. So on that note, I did a few months back make a video to say that I was quitting my job. I was going to give myself a month to see if I could make it on YouTube and see where I could get. Now, there was a different story involved in that quitting my job, as within about a week I actually got another job because I had applied for some previously and one came through. So I was going to make a video about how I'd quit my job to try to make YouTube my career, and then I got another job. But because of everything that happened in the world right now, I only had my job for 2 weeks and I got my P45 in the post. So not going into that one, as that is a whole different story time. But then I found myself without a job again. So I put all my effort back into social media, not just YouTube, but every other which way to find out how to make money and become who I want to be, rather than thinking, who am I going to work for? Just be the girl boss that I've always known that I could be. So on that note, from kind of end of January, February time, I'm just looking at my notes here, I joined Patreon because I've seen a lot of YouTubers use Patreon to try and fund their channels. One main one that I watch is the Fully Charged with Robert Llewellyn. So just having Patreon on there isn't enough. It takes a lot of effort, and I've not actually made that full effort at the moment, and I'm sorry about that. But I don't want to just ask for money. It is a service, you know, you give little bits of extras, and on my Patreon it does tell you what extra bits and behind the scene things you would get if you were to help my channel out with a little influx of cash on a monthly basis or a one-off basis. And in that same vein, if you are watching any of my videos from a laptop or a desktop computer, you will see the little button on my banner art, my channel art. You'll see the little Patreon logo next to my Instagram logo. So of course, please do take this opportunity to go and follow me on Instagram as well. But you will also notice a PayPal donate button on there as well. And I know, of course, everybody at the moment is in this huge financial dilemma. Life has been turned upside down, but this is still my job, and I'm trying to make these videos, and there's a lot of time and effort that goes into it, and asking for help is not a bad thing, is what I'm discovering. I got a lot of hate at first. I got inbox messages of people quite rude saying, how dare I? And it's like, well, I dare, because I'm putting all my time and effort into things to try and entertain people. Okay, I'm not going very far and wide right now, but I have been doing, and I will do again, with travel and lifestyle and tech. And I want to take you along. Of course, that is my decision, as it would be with yours, with whatever channel you create. But it does take a little bit of help. You can't do everything on your own, and asking for help is not a bad thing. So yeah, those buttons are there. So there's Patreon, PayPal, and of course my Instagram. So moving on to Instagram, I've been trying to really push further into my Instagram and social media presence, and in that vein I have been contacting, I think I'm up to about almost 90 companies at the moment, just to reach out and say, hey, I'm here, just in case you ever want to partner with me. I'm not asking for a payday, but I would, you know, use their products, talk about their products on either Instagram with my stories, or Instagram like IGTV, or here on my YouTube channel. So yeah, it's a lot of man hours that I think people don't quite realize goes into social media and just trying to get noticed. So please do feel free to subscribe to this channel and follow my journey, and of course my Instagram, just to see where it takes me and what brand deals and offers do come out of this, because there are a few trickling in. Like I say, there's no financial gain at the moment, but I'm hoping that there will be at some point, as right now I'm up to about 6p a day my channel is earning me. So that's only been for 2 weeks so far, but I am up to about 6p a day. So if you want the reality of how much a small YouTuber can actually make, yeah, that's your lot. So it's not going to be paying my bills anytime soon, but a girl can dream. There's always hope. There's also a couple of other things I've been doing during this time of isolation, self-isolation, stuck at home alone, and that is to sign up for a few other sites. Now, I don't know if any of you out there are on LinkedIn. I decided to branch out. I've not probably been using it properly. I'm quite new to it, and I just get a lot of notifications that I ignore at the minute. But I am now on LinkedIn and also Fiverr. For those of you that are in the know, Fiverr is kind of an app and a website where you can sell your services online, pretty much anything. Say if you're an artist, a musician, I've gone on as a voiceover artist. I know people that do graphic design on there. Pretty much, if you've got a skill and you can sell it, that is the place to sell it. You kind of set your price, your timescales, your expectations for your clients, and then they come back to you with hopefully work. So I am now on Indeed and Fiverr, putting myself out there to try voiceover work. I had a couple of people get in touch with me. It didn't pan out, but it was nice to know that things are out there, so we shall see how that's gonna work out. Okay, then back to YouTube itself. Perhaps if you've tried to start, or you've looked into starting a YouTube channel of your own, you might know that YouTube sets its own rules for those just starting out. It does at first ask within 12-month period, so hopefully your first 12 months, if you're lucky enough, to get 4,000 public watched hours, which is what you guys do for me. Thank you very much for that. And also 1,000 subscribers, which is also many of you guys. And if you haven't already, there's still time to click the button. Yeah, so those are the first two things that YouTube asks of anyone just starting out. And then once you reach those, if it is within a 12-month period, they then review your channel, as mine got reviewed, and then they either say yay or nay, and you're part of the YouTube program, which I now am. So thank you so much for each and every one of you for having that faith in me and getting us there. So the next thing, just looking at my notes again here, the next thing that they ask is, once you've got through to that YouTube program, partnership program, is why not head for 10,000 subscribers? I'm like, okay, YouTube. So that is the next aim that we're in right now. So it is heading up to 10,000. I'm lucky to just stay above the 1 at the minute. but I am optimistic. So 10,000, and pretty much the same for Instagram actually. When I've reached out to a lot of the companies, they've come back and said, yeah, we'd love to work with you when you've got 10,000 followers. So so 10,000 seems to be the name of the game really, so that is what we're heading for. Sorry, I do love the bird noise and the rustling out there, but I do have the windows open because it's so warm in the car. So there is a little bit of bird song going on. So yeah, 10,000 is where we're at the moment to try and get anywhere really. The one other thing about whether it's free or not free is the music. So far I've used the free YouTube music. So it is all, what do I want to say, unlicensed. So that's fine for all creators to go ahead and use royalty free. But I have over the past, I don't know, 5 or 6 months been listening and looking into different kinds of music, and I've wanted to make a change and go that extra mile with my actual music choices. And there is a site called Epidemic Sounds, and there's a few songs that I've loved of theirs for a long time, and I keep thinking I will subscribe to their program. So yeah, Epidemic Sounds, they do a 30-day free trial, and you are then free to put in your YouTube URL and Instagram, any socials that you have, and they'll come back to you and say yes, you've been confirmed to use their music royalty free. So yeah, I think Epidemic Sound is about £10-ish a month, which I don't have money for at the moment. I'm going to enjoy the 30 days that I'm having for free at the moment. If you cancel your membership, anything that you have already used will still be royalty free. That's not going to change or anything like that, but they do have like something like 30,000 songs, and they're always putting new stuff on there. It is a really good site if you want to go that little bit further with your music choices. So apart from that, I'd say starting out and making a channel, first of all, find your niche, what it is that you want to talk about. Of course, mine was my life, everything from my filming, TV set life, photo shoots, just living in general, trying to afford life, whether I try new diets, fail at diets, and generally just what's going on. Like, of course, now we're not going anywhere, we're just kind of staying home more often. I've been trying new things and just trying to take you with me really, just to see behind the scenes of me, which I hope you've enjoyed. There's a lot of you that have stuck around, so I must be doing something right. There's a place for everybody on the internet. I have said that previously, but I think I'm not really I don't know how you pronounce it, mukbang kind of person. Like, I don't do well with people who eat noisily near me, so I'm not the kind of person that's going to sit and watch those channels, but I know there's thousands of them out there and they are on big money. So, you know, there is a place for everybody on the internet. So never be afraid to start your channel with your own passions. I think that's what's important, is to do something that you enjoy and that you can keep going for yourself, even when you make 6p a day. So I'm not sure what's going on with my freshly washed hair right now. It's having a little curly moment of its own. I did contact GHD, but they did not get back to me. No. No, I do love GHD actually. I've just been giving my hair a break from everything at the moment, with not going anywhere. I just kind of let it dry on its own to hopefully get some life back into it. My roots are coming in great, and I look like I've got some kind of fringe going on. I've managed to get like short pieces for some reason. I'm not sure what I'm waffling about now. I'm getting hot in the car again. So what was the point of this video? I just wanted to say the business of YouTube can be as easy or as complex as you want to make it. I'm not like a squad house of people doing like cool tricks and funny videos and pranks on people, and it doesn't have to be. I don't have an insta baddie look that I can, you know, post pictures everywhere saying look how hot I am, apart from how sweaty I am. And it's not necessary. YouTube is literally your choice. Like, you can do anything you want, and you can be as big or as small, as happy, as content as you need it to be. I just wanted to literally make this one to say anyone can do it. Doesn't mean you have to do it now. It's taken me about 6 years to get started and I don't regret anything. I think, yes, I could be 6 years further ahead right now. I could actually be making money. I would have had a bigger following and I could have shown you some amazing things that I've got up to in that time, but I didn't. I'm doing it now. So if not now, then when? So you do you. Hope you enjoyed this. If you want anything more in depth about any particular part of how to start a channel, or why would you start? No, that's not what I can answer for you, because that's up to you. But if there's anything in particular that I can help you with, I've kind of touched base on all the basics. And just don't forget the time and effort that does go into it. I think people think that my phone is just always in my hand because I'm antisocial or rude, but I'm just always trying to stay on top of Instagram, messaging people to say, hey, don't forget I'm still here. Of course, just lately I've been contacting all these brands, and I think you just have to be present in the moment that you are out of someone's mind. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind. There's so much online at the moment that if you're not there, you're forgotten. So there's no, you know, I was in a blockbuster movie, or I'm a TV star. No one's ever going to forget me. Everybody fades into the background because there's just so much content coming out daily. So unless you have, like I said, the cat that, you know, can play the piano and sing. Let's get this fly out. Unless you have this like really talented pet that can sing and dance and play the piano at the same time, you're probably not going to make it overnight. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be fun. And most of all, it's worth it. So I hope that's given you a little insight of the things that you perhaps don't think about, the requirements, the hours that you put in, and the fact that you make no money. You do it all for the love. And I know that's true for most jobs. You know, you just about pay your bills and you get nothing for fun money. But at the moment, of course, I'm not making any money for bills even. And I'm trying. It's not like I'm not trying to look for another job, but there's just nobody employing ordinary people to do anything whilst we're all being asked to stay home and stay safe. So this is my job, and yes, I do have those buttons asking for you guys to help me out. I never know who's watching. There might be a millionaire out there that stumbled across my channel and thought, yeah, she could do with a helping hand. Yes, I could. Please help me. No, really, please help me. No. Yeah. Donate if you can. All I ask is you donate some time to me, come along for my journey, and enjoy yourself. Whatever you choose to do, stay home, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll see you on the flip side.